Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you guys about how the movements of Saturn causes history to repeat itself. So right now there are two kinds of people in this world. There are the people who want to make this world a beautiful place. They want to make this world a harmonious, peaceful place that is fair and that is nice for every single human being and every single creature to live in. Then the other kind of person in this world are the people that do not care about creating a beautiful world. They do not care about making things better for the people around them. They do not care about making the world around them better, and they pretty much only care about themselves. So the thing is, Saturn recently moved into Aquarius. Saturn in Aquarius symbolizes becoming more aware of the community, becoming more aware of the people around you, the people in this world, developing more humanitarian traits. With Saturn in Aquarius, our focus shifts from the I and what I want and how I want to succeed, and it basically shifts to how can I help everybody succeed? How can I help everybody grow? Instead of just focusing on how can I make myself grow. But the thing is, for a lot of people, Saturn moving into Aquarius is a very, very difficult transit because a lot of people have gotten used to the Saturn Capricorn energy. Now, Saturn and Capricorn energy is where people work really, really hard. They're trying to build their foundations, they're trying to build their businesses so that they can have a comfortable foundation in their lives. When Saturn was in Capricorn, most people had the mentality of, this is me, this is my mountain. I have built my mountain. You do not come near my mountain. You do not touch my mountain because it's my mountain. With Capricorn energy, it's not about everybody else and what's best for everybody else. With Capricorn energy, it's about what is best for you. What is going to make you grow? What is going to bring you success and comfort in life? Saturn in Capricorn is not a time where people think about other people. It is a time when people mainly think about themselves. Now with the shift of Saturn moving into Aquarius, it's a very difficult time for a lot of people because a lot of people have to let go of their more selfish, their more narcissistic, and their more egotistical tendencies and actually start thinking about the people around them. They need to start thinking about the community. They need to start thinking about the world and what's actually happening in the world. And for a lot of people, this is very difficult because a lot of people are so self-absorbed. A lot of people are just too stuck in their own minds and in their own existence that they actually struggle to see the needs of the people around them. So for example, I went to the pharmacy the other day and our government has told us we must wear face masks to protect ourselves from the coronavirus. I was in the pharmacy and there was a lady there without her mask. The actual pharmacy staff went up to her and they say to her, "Ma'am, please can you put on your mask?" Then she said to them, "I don't want to put on my mask. It makes me uncomfortable. I can't breathe and I don't like the way it feels on my face." Then the pharmacy employee said to her, "Ma'am, nobody enjoys this. Nobody is having a good time. It's uncomfortable for everybody, but we have to do it to protect everybody." That is a very good example of Capricornian energy. It's when people are too stuck in their own beliefs, they're too stuck in their own ways of doing things and doing things the way that's easier for them, that they refuse to do what's good for everyone else. They refuse to see that the actions that they are taking is actually detrimental to other people. Now, those are the two kinds of people in this world right now. It's the people that refuse to help. It's the people that refuse to play their part and they just want to kind of be selfish and it's all about them and how it's inconveniencing them. Then there's the people who can actually see how everybody needs to play their part and how everybody actually needs to contribute to make things better for everybody. The thing is, people are going through a very tough time right now where they need to let go of their selfish tendencies. They need to let go of their egotistical tendencies, and they don't want to. They don't want to open up themselves to care about people, to be there for people, and to actually see other people as equals as well. People want to hold on to their privilege. It is especially the people that are privileged that are the ones that are refusing to help and refusing to actually play their part right now. So now for Saturn. Saturn has a 29-year orbit, so Saturn goes through the zodiac signs every 29 years. Saturn usually spends about 2.5 years in the sign. So what I have noticed is somewhat of a pattern. Whenever Saturn is in Aquarius, there are specific events that take place, and these events can be compared to each other. So I'm going to list everything that happened between 1932 and 1935 while Saturn was in Aquarius. What's very interesting about 1932 and 1935 is that is what is actually happening now happened back then. So they also experienced a similar movement in terms of where Saturn transited into Aquarius and then it dipped back into Capricorn, and then it proceeded its movement in Aquarius again. So in that time frame, Gandhi was arrested for sedition. A war broke out between Peru and Colombia, and this was also when Hitler officially became the chancellor. What's super duper interesting about Saturn in Aquarius is that I believe that whenever Saturn enters Aquarius, we can expect major technological advancements. And when I'm talking about technological advancements, I'm not talking about new kind of cell phone technology or video camera technology. I'm talking about like space advancements, like space age technology. Here is an example of this. So Elon Musk recently launched the SpaceX program. Between 1932 and 1935, when Saturn was in Aquarius as well, was also when the first Boeing 247 airplane was launched. So whenever Saturn enters Aquarius, we can expect major advancements in terms of our space technology going down. To me, it's no coincidence that the first Boeing 247 was launched during Saturn in Aquarius, as well as Elon Musk launching the SpaceX program during Saturn in Aquarius. That is crazy. 1933 was a time of great division and oppression. This was when the French and German government fell, and this was also the rise of the Nazi movement and the communists. The division was so severe back then that Jewish students were banned from German schools. There were public book burnings in Germany burning Jewish literature. And at that time, all non-Nazi parties were banned from Germany. And then anybody who was an anti-fascist would get the death penalty. So now I'm going to tell you guys what happened in 1963 as well. And this was also a time period when Saturn was in Aquarius. This was when President Kennedy got assassinated. There was a massive influx of civil rights protests. And the thing is, non-violent protesters were actually met with police brutality back then as well. These non-violent protesters were beaten and they were arrested. And this was back in 1963. This is literally what's happening right now. People are protesting. They're protesting for their rights. The protest is due to police brutality, but the protest is also, in a sense, causing more police brutality. Exactly what happened in 1963. This was also when 200,000 people marched to Washington for their civil rights. And then in 1963 was also when the Pope died. The thing is, 1963 can be compared to 2020, where they had so many protests and there was just so much going on back then in terms of civil rights, and there was also police brutality and all of that. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you guys what happened between 1991 and 1992, which was also a time period when Saturn was in Aquarius. This was when Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated, and in 1991 was when the LA riots occurred. These riots were actually due to the acquittal of the officers who beated up Rodney King. This is exactly what's happening right now. In 1991, there were LA riots because of police brutality. In 2020, we are experiencing the exact same thing. And the craziest thing of it all is Saturn is in the exact same position now as what it was back then. One thing I can say is that we are definitely not ready for Saturn in Aquarius. That is why Saturn's actually going to go back into Capricorn on the 2nd of July. And then from the 17th of December, it will be in Aquarius again. So from the 2nd of July until the 17th of December, I am preparing myself for a crazy, crazy world. So if you guys think that things that have been happening now has been crazy, if you guys think this is crazy. So now while Saturn is in Aquarius, we're all trying to reach out to society. We're all trying to be charitable. We're all trying to be humanitarian. We're all trying to be humanitarians. But the thing is, majority of us are still way, way too selfish for this. We're way too selfish to actually let go of these values that we have and to actually open our eyes to the truth and the reality around us. Saturn's going back into Capricorn, and then yet again, everybody's going to be saying, but what about me? Oh, this is inconveniencing me. This is affecting me so negatively. Oh, me. And the thing is, people don't care about everyone else. People don't care about the people who are in way more severe, unfortunate situations than what they are. They don't even see that. They don't even realize that. It's going to take us up until the 17th of December to actually make this shift in our mind state. Now, in a sense, we can already see that Saturn in Aquarius has manifested itself through these riots because people are seeing how unfair the situation of George Floyd is, and they're actually standing up for it. So that on its own is a manifestation of Saturn in Aquarius. Like I said, Saturn is going to retrograde back into Capricorn on the 2nd of July. So while Saturn is in Aquarius, we can expect major technological advancements. You can expect lots of human civil rights movements. People are going to stand up for their rights and they're going to challenge authority. They will not care about authority because they know what their rights are, and people that have been oppressed are really, really going to start standing up now. We can expect quite the amount of riots. We can expect quite the amount of protests, and there might even be a war that can break out at some point. And then the other thing is, during this time, we can also expect death in the government. We might experience the death of a very, very important political figure in our government. As during Saturn Aquarius times in history, we have lost some of our more important people in governments. Okay guys, so this is just my video on why I think that Saturn is history constantly repeating itself. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more astrology and spirituality content, then subscribe to my channel. If you want to add anything to what I've said, then please let me know in the comments. Check the link in this video for my Patreon if you want to become a member of EllAstrology, and if you also want access to exclusive content. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time.